I'm George. I want to welcome you to the Computing and Digital Technologies Department here at East Sussex College. We cover both the Lewes and Eastbourne campuses, and today I'd like to take an opportunity to discuss the courses that we have on offer for you. We do everything creative and digital that involves working in computers. So we have animation and illustration, we do app, web and games design, we do games development, we do computer science A-level, and we have progression routes into degrees that we do in conjunction with University of Brighton, and we have an underpinning level 2 course which has a flavour of all of our level 3 courses for those that join us that haven't fully achieved their GCSE Maths and English. So we like to think if you like to create, you like working in computers, with computers, we have a course that will suit your needs. So without further ado, I'll start to introduce you through the different courses, and we'll start with animation and illustration. Okay, so let's discuss the courses that we have on offer here. So we'll start with animation and illustration, one of our level 3 courses. So this course is about narrative, it's about telling stories. So you would probably come into the course with some degree of drawing skills, you're interested in illustration, and maybe you've already explored elements of animation. What we will do is we'll enhance those skills. If you can't draw very well, we'll work with that with you. But we digitize most of the things that we do. So there are analog elements to the course, so you can use stop motion animation, you can animate drawn elements. But what we do is we'll teach you how to plan and develop narrative. It's about telling stories. So to tell a good story, you have to understand who your audience is. You have to develop your own visual style. We'll work to creative briefs, so you'll understand what it is like to focus your creativity to the needs of a client, to understand the limitations and how to explore and expand your own understanding of what you can create in response to a set of given requirements from a client brief. So we work with you to develop those skills, getting you ready for industry. We will use 2D animation software, we'll use 3D animation software, we'll use illustration software and photo manipulation software. We have a range of drawing tablets and stop motion cameras and setups for you to explore those aspects of it. We want you to develop your own personality within the work that you do. We are here to facilitate that. We're here to help you learn, to help you understand, and to help you share and develop your skills. The different outputs that we can have on this course, you can create 2D animations, 3D animations. You might want to work on a graphic novel or a comic book. You might want to do an illustrated children's story, or you might decide that you want to do different game art for the gaming industry. All of this is possible, and it's all about you choosing the pathway that you want to develop through this course. And you work on a final major project at the end of both years, and that project is on an aspect of what you've learned, what you've created, that you want to explore, that is personal to you. We use a whole range of softwares on the course. We use the Adobe Suite quite extensively. You'll learn how to use Photoshop and Illustrator. You'll use aspects of InDesign for different page layout if you're doing graphic novels or comics. You will learn how to use Adobe Animate, you'll learn how to use Adobe Character Animator, and we'll introduce you to Adobe After Effects, which is an extremely advanced piece of software, highly used in industry. So this is a course for you to come in and be creative. It's about expression of ideas, expression of your concepts. So come along, sign up, bring your skills in, let's help you develop them, and hopefully we'll see you a year in September. So the second course I want to talk about is our app, web and games design course. So this really is about mobile technologies and about digital technologies. So the clue's in the name of the course. So we look at and develop and design applications. So we are looking at what we call progressive web apps. So they're using web technologies. So web applications for use on mobile devices such as phones and tablets. We're looking at web design. So web design, but in a responsive way. So you build one website which works on a full-size desktop screen, but also works on tablets and mobile devices. And the phrase for that is responsive design. So we will teach you how to develop and how to use that. We also will look at games design. So games design for mobile technologies based on web code. We use different softwares for that, and the output of those softwares will code your game and code your animation for use on mobile technologies. But it's not just learning how to make things, it's about learning why we make things, how we plan and how we aim these things for particular target audiences. All of our courses are very focused on this. So the product development process is very important to everything that we do. We will teach you how to have a concept for something, how to research it, how to plan it, develop it, and then create it. And with all of that underpinning understanding and knowledge of context, the product that you make at the end will be far more suitable for the audience that you're aiming at. And you'll have a far more success in your outputs and outcomes. So progression from this course, you could become a web designer, developer, application designer. You could become a games designer and planner. You can work as a freelance creative. You could work in local production studios. Or if you choose, you could go on to one of our many design degrees that we run in conjunction with the University of Brighton. So possibilities for progression are quite vast. It's a fun course. It's an engaging course. And the skill sets that you will learn are very sought after in industry. So chances of employability, learning the skills on this course are extremely high. So next, games development. This is a programming course. So this is for people that want to code. So we use Unity as our development platform, and we code in C#. Luckily, I have an amazing teaching team on this course that are actual developers and work out in industry, because personally I can't program. That's not how my brain works, but luckily theirs does. So this again is about developing games, but coding games. So you will become a software developer over the 2 years of this course. You will learn how to code effectively and efficiently, and you will learn how to create software applications and games. So it's not just about the programming. Again, there's a large input on the visual elements, what makes a game look good, how the levels are planned, how you engage your audience in playing your game, how you make them want to stay engaged with your product. So all of this, again, is part of the product development process. It's about working in specific ways. In our games courses, we use agile methodologies. So we run the course like a production studio out in industry. So there are sprints, there are regular meetings about different aspects. You'll be given different responsibilities. Sometimes you'll be working as part of a team. Sometimes you'll be working individually. But we teach you how to take on different roles within the games industry, how to understand the different responsibilities that are set for you as part of an overall process, and how to develop your skills and confidence and to produce some really cool games. It's a highly practical course. It's the students on it find it really, really fun and enjoyable. So if you're thinking about a career in the games industry, come along, have a look at what we do, get your application in and come along for an interview. We'd love to meet you. The next course I want to talk about is our Computer Science A-Level. Technology has revolutionised the way we live today, from social networks to augmented reality to self-driving cars to wearable technology. All of this has been developed using computer science. So during the first year of the course, you learn the fundamentals of the art of programming. At this college, we use C# as our development language. We run the AQA curriculum for Computer Science A-Level. It's a 2-year linear course and exams are at the end of the second year. So there are 2 written exams and something called the NEA, which is the non-exam assessment, and it's like a personal project. So the NEA is your own developed project. So this is more than just programming. It's about a new way of thinking and requires a creative and precise approach to problem solving. So you will learn the key data structures and techniques for program design. In addition to programming, you will learn underpinning theory, and you will cover the fundamentals of computing, such as computational theory, computer architecture, standard algorithms, logic, and binary representation for images, sound, and video. In the second year, you will deepen your understanding and gain a range of practical skills in things like database design, server-side scripting, object-oriented and functional programming, and big data. You will take these skills and then go through the agile development lifecycle by identifying a real client and then working with that client in designing and developing a bespoke solution to a problem. And you will take that development all the way through to the final implementation. Progression routes with the Computer Science A-Level would normally be into higher education. If you're looking to do a degree in computer science, you must have a Computer Science A-Level. It's a standard requirement. You could go out into industry as a software developer, a software tester. You could get an apprenticeship degree. We have a very experienced teaching team on computer science with many years of teaching experience together with really strong industry experience. Computer Science A-Level is a difficult course. You have to be very good at maths. You need a GCSE score 6 to qualify for entry onto the course. And there is a high expectation on you, the amount of effort and input that you commit to outside of college. Most of the courses that we run in our department have elements of commonality between them. So there's always a design element, there's always a production element, there's always a degree of understanding on how the processes work. The softwares that we use are similar across all of the courses. We use the Adobe suite quite extensively. We'll use Photoshop for image manipulation and Illustrator for creating illustrations or assets for games, or things like icons for web design or app design. We will use InDesign for page layout. So if you're doing graphic novels or a comic book in the animation illustration course, we could use InDesign for doing your storyboards, because everything you create will need to come through a process where you storyboard it and you plan it. We will use Adobe Animate, which is a 2D animation program from Adobe, but it can output for web technologies. So you do the animation within the program and then it converts it so you can play those and install those on mobile devices. We do Character Animator, where you can turn yourself into a puppet and animate characters. We use GitHub on a couple of our courses, which is an online repository where you can share content and ideas and work on projects together. We use Adobe After Effects quite extensively on the animation course, which is a very involved program, but widely used in industry. And a lot of the animated elements that you'll see on your TV and mobile devices every day are outputted through Adobe After Effects. We have a very skilled teaching team within the department. Many of our teachers are also industry practitioners, so they are able to bring that expertise into the classroom. We use a range of different methodologies within the classroom. We use Agile. We have you working in production sprints with regular meetings to look at output and outcome and changes to designs. You will work individually or as part of teams. You will take on different roles and responsibilities. We will help you find a place within our courses that suits you, that works with your skill sets. We are a very practical department. We make things. You have to learn how to make them. You have to do research and planning on how to make them better. But we are very much a hands-on practical making department. Our classrooms are they're engaging and fun. The students enjoy what we do and what they do. We've had some amazing outputs this year. It's been a very strange year, but the outcomes from our courses has been extremely good. Digital technologies is the future. It's where industry is going. It's where a lot of the arts is going. So the delivery of content is now through mobile devices, applications. It's through web browsers. So this is what we do. We make things that are delivered through these modern platforms. We use analog skills and digital skills. We will enhance your present skills, your current skills, and we will give you new skills. We will show you things that you didn't think you could do, and we will help you achieve them. We want to support you to be the best at what you have chosen to do. That's our goal, and that's our aim. So come and join us, and let's see where we can take this together.
I remember that game. That's an old game.
Oh, that's quite good. I really like that.